kind of growth and expansion in which the North was much more clearly distinguished from the South than by the changes in the enslaved states or even population changes. It was in the growing use of technology and capital. So long as the capital of the South was invested in slave labor, expansion was dramatically curtailed by the prohibition of the slave trade in 1808. Thereafter, the prices of slaves tended to rise, and increases of Southern capital investment in slaves did not necessarily represent any great increase in production. By contrast, Northern capital was going increasingly into machines for the production of goods, into textile factories, steam engines for power, iron mills, reapers, and other improvements in the production and transportation of goods. Nor was there any fixed upper limit to what could be achieved by investment in this kind of capital. In the 1850s, the output of manufactures nearly doubled, and almost all of it was in the North. By contrast, the output of Southern staples, cotton, tobacco, sugar, rice, and naval stores, increased by only about 25%. It has been estimated that domestic manufactures in 1859 yielded a return of just under $2 billion, nearly 10 times as much as the slightly over $200 million of Southern staples. Indeed, the Beards noted that when Lincoln was inaugurated, the capital invested in industries, railways, commerce, and city property exceeded in dollars and cents the value of all the farms and plantations between the Atlantic and Pacific. The iron, boots, shoes, and leather goods that poured annually from the northern mills alone surpassed in selling price all the cotton growth in southern fields. In short, an economic change of great moment was taking place in the North by way of capital invested in technology. The North no longer bore the economic earmarks of the colonial past. Much of the economic dependency upon Britain was gone, along with all the political restraints. So far as Northern world trade was concerned, it was a competitor of Britain, not a competitor. By contrast, the South had undergone no great economic change as a result of the political separation from Britain. It still primarily produced staple commodities, primarily for export, especially to Britain. And it still depended upon sources outside the South for much of its shipping, its manufactured goods, its credit, and so forth. In most of these things, however, the South was much more dependent upon the forces of England. There may be some elements of exaggeration in the following complaint by a Southerner in 1851, but in its details, it is nearly up to the mark. At present, the North fattens and grows rich upon the South. We depend upon it for our entire supplies. We purchase all our luggage.